Welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only pro wrestling show to be hosted by an NFL player, a weight loss champion. That's Redskins defensive end Adam Carriker.
Howdy.
Former wrestling announcer and weight loss champion Chuck Carroll here. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Fourth and Pain and join us each and every Sunday morning, 1067 The Fan, bright and early, 8 a.m., the fastest hour in pro wrestling and pro football. And with that, we welcome friend of the show for a second time, D'Lo Brown. How are you this morning, sir?
Man, hang in there. Just sitting here in my hotel in Shreveport, Louisiana, just doing some media before the live event here this weekend, so I'm feeling really good.
Outstanding. Now, Adam, you and D'Lo Brown have kind of become fast friends since you went down to the Impact Zone last summer, right?
Hey, man, he introduced himself to me. He was a good guy. We instantly connected over football. He's a big Chicago Bears fan. And I've actually been to Shreveport, Louisiana. My true freshman year, we played Ole Miss and Eli Manning in the Independence Bowl. And I got to be honest, there's not a whole lot to do down there in Shreveport, is there, D'Lo?
No, bro. I'm going to the gym, and then I'm going to bed. And that's about all I can do here in Shreveport. No disrespect to the lovely people here, but, yeah, the best part about it is when I get to leave tomorrow.
I just remember I was like 18, 19, and the only thing to do was to go to the casinos and gamble, so I couldn't do that. So I played more ping pong in my life than I've ever played in my life during that bowl game.
And if you're just joining us, this part of Fourth and Pain brought to you by the Shreveport Visitors Board. It is a lovely town, just ask Adam and D'Lo. Lots to talk about on the TNA Wrestling front. Many, many, many exciting things. First and foremost, Impact is going out on the road, leaving the Impact Zone, and I believe the first stop is Chicago, near and dear to your heart. No, D'Lo?
Absolutely, and I think this is a tremendous step for the company. I mean, we've been doing some incredible Impact TV tapings in Orlando, and we've had fans from all over the world come to us, and now it's our opportunity to go to them and bring the show to their backyard where they can be as wild and as crazy as they want to be. And like you said, the first stop is my backyard. I'm going home. I'm going to Chicago, and I'm bringing the stars of Impact Wrestling with me, and, bro, I can't wait.
Well, talk to me about the difference for a show on the road versus a show at home, basically, to put it in football terms. What kind of different mentality do the talent have to bring for a live show on the road like that as opposed to just another ho-hum taping in Orlando?
Well, when you travel out like that, you get a different vibe. You go to a different city, you get a different feel of what's going on, and that translates to the ring that night because you have a whole different atmosphere. You don't see the same people that are in Orlando. No disrespect to them, but you don't see the same faces every night. So when you go out and you get that live feel, it changes everything in the way you do everything, and that translates completely into your matches, the way you talk promos. It changes everything.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this. What for those that aren't familiar with TNA's plans, is this going to be an every week on the road thing, or is it you have one, quote, away game, and then you come back to Orlando and then back out on the road? What are the exact plans there, D'Lo?
No, we are out on the road. Orlando finishes up on the 28th and February 28th and March 7th. And that's the last time we're going to go to Orlando for an Impact TV taping.
Wow.
We are out in the country and into the world. To me, it's a huge step. It's a big step in the growing up process of our company. And we're going out there. We're reaching for it. We're reaching for the stars right now.
Going out on the road, that is not the only change that TNA is making this year. Obviously, you guys are also reducing the number of pay-per-views that are airing, no longer going to be a monthly thing. Talk to us about the decision to do that and how it's going to change the product moving forward.
Well, I think the decision went into that was we needed to allow more time to let storylines grow and mature. Paying something off every month in pay-per-view form, it's too quick of a turnover, in my opinion. And I think now with the 3-month build in between each show, like it used to be old school day, it will drive people to want to see the pay-per-view more than instead of just another ho-hum, I've got to drop $40 today for something I can just see the results if I wait till next Thursday. Now it becomes a thing. It becomes, an event. And I think that's the idea behind decreasing the number of American pay-per-views and just going with the 4.
Well, I was just going to say, you're a major part of the gut check challenges that you guys do every month, and I love watching it. It's something unique. It's something I've never seen anyone else do. Of all the gut check winners, who are some of your favorites, and who are some of the ones who maybe haven't done so well so far? How do you view those guys so far?
Well, I got a guy who didn't win in Joey Ryan. I think I love him. I think his sleazy character translates well on TV, and he's the kind of guy who's entertaining. And then there are guys who, I wish would grab the ball a little more, like an Alex Silva or Taylor Hendricks. She's not made the transition from OVW to TNA yet. So, I mean, I get to see these people and I get invested in them, and I want to see them do better and bring their talents to our level and bring it to our TV. So, I'm on the phone with them a few times. I talk to them whenever I see them, and eventually they'll play out. But if I had to pick a favorite, like I said, it's Joey Ryan, just because he's sleazy as hell.
He's bringing sleazy back, right?
He's bringing sleazy back.
We're speaking with D'Lo Brown from Impact Wrestling here on 4th and Pain, talking about TNA Gut Check winners. And friend of the show is Christian York, believe it or not, a local boy from here in the D.C. area. Didn't get a chance to talk about him yet. What have you seen out of Christian since he's won the Gut Check Challenge?
Now, he's another guy. And here's the problem. He's done so well, I forget he's come from Gut Check. He won Gut Check that week, and he just took right off. The next thing I know, he's challenging for the World Heavyweight title. Here's a guy who's waited 15 years for his opportunity, and he's waited patiently, and he's churned away on the independents and tried to earn his way up, and finally got the opportunity. And all you're promised in any business, anywhere, in any sport, is an opportunity to show what I can do, and the rest is up to you. And this kid got an opportunity. He grabbed the bull by the horns, and he's not letting go. And I enjoy watching him work. I enjoy working with him. I enjoy talking to him, and this kid's got star written all over him.
And on that front, last wrestling-related question before we turn and talk a little bit about football, because, well, that's kind of what we do best here on 4th and Pain. How difficult is it for a guy like York, who came through the independents on a tag team, and his partner then succeeds at the highest level in singles competition, or is then paired in another highly successful tag team without him, and so Christian is kind of left behind? How difficult is that for a talent?
It's a shot to the ego, because if you're in the tag team with him and you guys are doing things on an independent level and you're very successful, and all of a sudden one guy gets plucked away and you're still there, and you watch him not only be part of a successful tag team but then go on to be world champion, you look at yourself and you're like, why wasn't that me? What am I doing wrong? And then you continue to see yourself just toil away in the independence, and meanwhile your partner, any number of your former partners are having success. You just wonder what's wrong with you. But to his credit, he never got down on himself. He kept pushing forward, and when he got the opportunity, he ran with it.
Adam, now we're going to talk a little bit about football. You being the football player that you are, I want for you to step up, be a professional radio host, and lead the rest of this segment. We got about 4.5 minutes. The ball is all yours, my man.
Hey, this is what I do. No problem. You're a Chicago Bears guy. You're going home to Chicago this weekend. The Bears, I believe, were 10-6, just missed the playoffs this season. What was your takeaway, positives and negatives, from what happened to the Bears this season in the NFL?
Big negative. I'm not a fan of Lovie Smith getting fired. I think it's hard as hell to win one game in the NFL, let alone 10. And because of the chips falling the way you did, you get fired. Now I understand our offense was crap. I'll just put it out there. Good part is I love the chemistry between Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall. It's freaky how those two almost are in each other's heads. And I think if the Bears can get some complementary pieces to Brandon, if Alshon Jeffrey can grow a little bit, if we can build on our offensive line and get a real game plan, I think our new coach Trestman may be able to do that. I believe the Bears can be a player next year. I mean, our defense is aging. Man, I don't know if Urlacher's coming back. I see 10 wins. I see 10 wins for us next year, but you never know.
Charles Tillman, now he had a great season, caused all sorts of fumbles. Do you think he can duplicate it again next year and possibly get that defensive MVP award, take it away from J.J. Watt next year?
Here's the thing. I think Peanut can do it because he's been doing it for 3 or 4 years. Just he did it this year, particularly on national spotlight games. That's why people pay attention to him. But if you look back over the last 3 years, he's been ball punching like that for 3 or 4 or 5 years. I mean, he's got 36 or 37 forced fumbles in his career. That's a whole hell of a lot. So, I mean, yeah, I think he can continue to do it. I think he's in a good situation. I think we have a sound defense, and I think it focuses a lot on him and a middle linebacker, hopefully still Urlacher. So we'll see. But, yeah, I think Peanut can do some good things next year.
Now, here's my question, as long as we're talking about the Chicago Bears and the NFL. The draft just a couple of months away at this moment. D'Lo, what do you think the Chicago Bears' number one need is going to be in that draft?
If they go anything less than offensive tackle, now there's a caveat there, unless they can do something in free agency period. If they can pull 1 or 2 linemen away, then things change. But if they don't get anything in free agency, if they draft anything other than offensive linemen, they're idiots.
Wow. Sounds a little bit like what the Washington Redskins are going to be doing this year. Adam, you didn't hear that from me. That was other media reports. But
well, here's what I want to know. Here's my question. Chicago Bears are playing the Washington Redskins. Who are you rooting for? Now keep in mind who you're talking to. Who are you rooting for, D'Lo?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. And I was going to wait to bust this out on you. I'm more than likely going to be at that game. I'm waiting for the schedule to come out, but I'm going to be at that game. And probably I'll be sitting in your box, and I'll be going, bro, I love Carriker, but I love my Bears. So
all right, well, you're more than welcome in my box anytime. I do have one rule in my box, though. You cannot wear the opposing team's colors. So you don't have to wear Redskins, but you can't wear Bears in my box. You're more than welcome. You just can't wear the colors, though. Are you okay with that?
I will wear a neutral white shirt, and I will root silently for my team.
Okay, all right. We could agree on that. There we go.
Okay, we are about out of time, but D'Lo Brown, we greatly appreciate it. Best of luck for you and TNA in the future as Impact goes out on the road. I think that this is going to be a very exciting year for you guys.
I'm looking forward to it. March 14th, it all kicks off, and I can't wait. I think this is going to be the thing that pushes TNA to that next level and makes us a brand name. I can't wait.
And we can't wait either. Hopefully we'll get a date here in the D.C. area. D'Lo Brown, thank you so very much once again.
Guys, thank you. Anytime.
This is Fourth and Pain. We'll be right back.